This really is a collaboration. We're talking about a convention center that will be built on the University of North Texas property that will be tied to a convention center hotel. It's actually being constructed and built by a third party. In this particular case, it's O'Reilly Hospitality. This is actually responsible for the construction of the hotel. Now, the city will not own the hotel. We're not contributing any funding toward the hotel. We are specifically talking about a city convention center.
I think we need a convention center simply because it's almost an embarrassment to be as large a city as we are with two major universities and the amount of business that tries to come here to Denton that we cannot accommodate, not to have a convention center.
The city will pay for it through the issuance of certificates of obligation, and then the debt service on those certificates of obligation will be funded by the revenues that are a direct result of the project itself.
If there's a gap between the amount of revenue coming in from the project and the actual level of debt service, then the developer, O'Reilly, has agreed to pay a rent to the city on an annual basis equal to that gap.
And really what that does is it incentivizes the developer to make sure that the project is performing at the highest expectations.
91% of all conventions held in any convention center in Texas fall in the under 1,000 people category. So that puts our facility able to compete with the majority of meetings that are held in Texas.
Peterbilt Motors Company frequently hosts large events for its customers and for its dealer network. Since we call Denton home for both our corporate headquarters as well as for our manufacturing operations, it'd be ideal to have a local facility that can accommodate our needs. Having a local convention center would be a great resource for us.
Who will use it? Anybody and everybody. There are so many groups out there that wish they could come to Denton. We turn away groups to the tune of over $12 million of lost revenue just on what we've been able to track.
Convention delegates spend 2 to 2.5 times as much money as a recreational tourist when they come to town on a national average, so that's an opportunity to really generate some economic impact for the community.
This is a good way for us to take property that is currently tax exempt because it's university owned and turn it into something that actually produces a revenue for the community. cityofdenton.com. We'll have a link on our homepage for people to be able to access information. We hope to keep that fresh and updated. And so I would encourage people, if they're interested in this project and want to follow it, to kind of check back frequently.